while at the same time encouraging fellow youths to join this venture. Guided by their teachers James Omemo, Jen Kimanzi and Kimberly Nganga, who are students from different institutions, are engaging in a new type of agriculture that is rainbow Swiss chard farming and purple cabbage farming with an aim of curbing the high cost of living. Take a look.
At the Nairobi International Trade Fair, we meet James Omemo, Jen Kimanzi and Kimberly Nganga, who are members of the Young Farmers Club in their respective schools. Guided by their teachers, they have decided to engage in a new type of agriculture that is not yet common in Kenya. James Omemo practices rainbow Swiss chard farming, while the others practice purple cabbage farming. Their decision aligns with Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's sentiments that the only available jobs in the country for young Kenyans currently are in agriculture, adding that the government cannot promise job opportunities to every youth. James Omemo introduces us to a new type of farming that is not very familiar to many Kenyans. According to him, rainbow Swiss chard spinach farming is very easy to start as it does not require a lot of planting space. Omemo also explains land preparation activities that a farmer needs to consider while planting.
After you prepared your land to a fine tilth, after all of that, first you need to dig the holes. The spacing of this particular vegetable here is just 60 by 60 centimeter. And during planting, we usually use a fertilizer. First of all, you use a manure that is made from animals' waste. So for you to be able to use that particular fertilizer very well, for it not to be able to kill your plants, you need to make sure that you mix it very well with the soil so that it may not be the cells, or it may not be able to kill out the cells of your vegetable.
As he explains, this type of farming also does not require a farmer to use a lot of water because bedding preserves water, a feature that enables this type of farming to be practiced in dry areas. Irrigation is also incorporated during farming.
If you use this particular method that you see here, bedding, it is going to be so suitable simply because it conserves a lot of water. After heaping up the soil, it is going to conserve a lot of water for you. So you might find that your plant is going to do well, even if you can go about 4 days without irrigating it, but it will still work out.
Rainbow Swiss chard spinach produces different varieties: red spinach, yellow spinach, wine spinach, and the most common variety, the white spinach. The different varieties have their unique benefits, especially for those suffering from illnesses such as ulcers and eyesight conditions.
This yellow spinach over here, it is rich in vitamin A. For those who lack vitamin A in their body, they are advised to use this one. And this red spinach over here, for those people who have insufficient blood in their body, they are advised to use this one. For those who have problem of their eyesight, you can use this one over here. And also you can use them together, including the white spinach now. These ones here, you can blend juice with them. After you have cut their stalk, you can still blend juice with them. After that, you can still prepare them as a meal for a person. If that particular person is having a poor eyesight, you can also use these varieties over here.
In St. George's Girls, Jen Kimanzi and Kimberly Nganga are engaging in purple cabbage farming. And as they explain, a farmer is required to take notice of the following during planting.
When we are planting first, we plant them at the nursery bed because the seeds are too small to be planted in the field. Then after 1 month, we transplant them, where we plant them at a spacing of 60 by 60 centimeters and 10 centimeters deep. We apply a fertilizer called DAP, that is diammonium phosphate, or any phosphatic fertilizer. After they reach a height of 20 to 25 centimeters high, we top dress using a CAN, that is calcium ammonium nitrate. It's also a nitrogenous fertilizer. You can use any, we are not limited. Then we have a feed for cabbages called foliar feed. It is a mixture of water and rabbit urine, where we require 1 liter of rabbit urine and 20 liters of water. We dilute it, then we spray it to the cabbages.
Due to its high nutritional value, purple cabbage is more expensive compared to normal cabbage. Its cost ranging from 200 shillings to 250 shillings for 1 cabbage.
Since it is more nutritious than the normal cabbage, some of the advantages we have It lowers the risk of getting cancer. It contains calcium, hence strengthening of the bones. It improves it reduces inflammation, hence having a healthier heart.
Apart from the benefits, a farmer is encouraged to be aware of pests and diseases that affect these crops, especially during cold seasons.
We have aphids, we have cutworms, and we have caterpillars. And for their control as a farmer, not each and every time you notice that there are some pests in your farm, you need to go to buy pesticide for your farm. What you just need to do, use this weed over here. This weed over here, this one is known as Mexican marigold. Mexican marigold helps in controlling pests around your farm. As you can take a look around this farm of ours, we have planted everywhere, simply because it helps in controlling pests from attacking your land. Apart from that, we have disease. This disease usually attack our crops. We have this disease over here. This is not common mostly, but this disease over here is known as powdery mildew. As you can see, it is white in color. This disease usually affects our plants during the cold season. Apart from this powdery mildew, we usually have another disease that attacks our crops, that is dark spots. The dark spots usually appear also. They usually affect our plants during the cold season.
To ensure food security in the country and earn an income during these hard economic times, Omemo encourages the youth to engage in farming for self-employment to distract them from the antisocial behaviors.
For my urging at my fellow youths outside there, what should we do? We should engage ourselves to agriculture so that we may be able to produce much for our country, so that we may be able to create employment for ourselves. Apart from producing for our country, because each and every time you might see that our country is crying out that we have no food, we have no enough food for our country, for the people of our country. But surely it's simply because we have not engaged ourselves in agriculture.
The government has introduced climate-smart agriculture to increase agricultural productivity and enable strategies for young people to use digital systems to sell their produce. Caroline Kimwele, KUTV.